Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent. I was a teaching instructor when I was there, and I've worked thousands of IRS cases. I wrote a book about IRS settlements. Not asking you to buy it, just I wrote it. I co-authored it. I've worked thousands of IRS cases. I've been on the national news many times. I want to talk to you today about payroll taxes, unfiled returns, and how to get back in the good graces with IRS. Payroll tax debt today is rampant. It was rampant actually when I worked at IRS, because an IRS is sharp on this, buddy. They're going to get on you for payroll tax debt. Why? It's not a tax. It's money you withheld, and they want the money back. Matter of fact, when I was there, we used to get alerts every month of anybody in our zip codes that owed over $1,000 and $10,000 in payroll debt. Boom, we were on those cases. So now what do you do if you owe IRS payroll tax? What do you do to keep IRS from closing everything up, shutting your doors, putting signs on everything, taking your bank accounts, making sure they set up the trust fund penalty against you? In case you don't know, this debt you don't pay, you're going to pay personally for. So I do the same thing all the time. You got to make sure you have a sustainable business. Sometimes you don't. I would say well over 50% of the cases that I worked at IRS, I knew people weren't going to be able to sustain themselves, but they wanted to stay open and they didn't know what to do. This may be you. So if that's you, you should call me and let me represent you. But if you want to stay in business, make sure you have a sustainable model. Here's my question I ask you. If you're owe payroll taxes and you want to stay in business, what are you doing now you didn't do before? It's possible. You may have a receivable problem. You may have other issues. You may have had theft or something. A whole bunch of stuff goes on. I've heard everything. I just want to make sure you can stay in business, that you have a model that sustains that. If I'm working your case, you got to prove to me. I want to help you that you can actually, stay in business. So IRS wants to know two things. Have you filed all your returns? And are you currently making federal tax deposits? If you say no to those, IRS is literally going to choke you, because they're not going to keep your business open. They say if you can't stay current, I will tell you. So back in my day, if I took your case in inventory and 2 months later you wound up owing more debt because you weren't making your payroll tax deposits, my ass would be in my group manager's office. So anyway, there's a strategy you can lay out. You make sure all your returns are filed, make federal tax deposits, FTDs, and then have a strategy. You may not be able to pay your back taxes at all. You probably can't. The idea first is to stabilize you first and then move to other things. So I'm happy to help you if you want. I'm not going to overload you with stuff. Like I said, remember also this liability will be transferred to you personally. Those people IRS deems responsible, so this is a transferable penalty under 6672, and now you know you need me. Give me a call. You have some of the information. I'll give you the rest when you call. I only work with larger cases. So thank you very much. You can email me, text me, whatever. Give me a subscription. I appreciate you.